Thistle needles are one of the first resources you can find in Grounded. They're pretty easy to find if you know where to look. They're used in several crafting recipes, most notably the one to craft arrows. In this video, I'll show you where to find thistles as well as how to get them. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, now is a great time to do so you never miss any future Grounded videos. Let's get started. So as I mentioned, the thistle needle is most commonly used to craft the arrow. You can also use it to craft the spiky sprig, which is one of the tier 1 weapons. It can be used to craft the acorn fence, the acorn railing, the acorn curve fence, and the spike strip, and I'm sure they'll probably add more crafting recipes for it in future updates. But along with the arrow, the reason that that's important is you're going to need that for when you're using the sprig bow or the insect bow, and it's also needed to craft the other arrows. So there's basically, these are like, they say tier 1, but they're stronger than the base arrow. So you have the venom arrow, the lure arrow, and the gas arrow. These can all be crafted using the arrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the best places to find, I'm going to show you all the places to find the thistle needles around the map. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you the closest one, and then I'm going to show you the place that has the most, and then I'll show you the entire map, because I did go around. As you can see, there's trail markers around the map. I marked every thistle plant that I could find around the map. So let's real quick, we're going to show you, I'm starting at the baseball. This is the starting spawn area down here. So this is the baseball. The first thistle plant you're going to find, and the one that's the most safe to probably gather the thistle from, is going to be the one that's right over here, because there's not really any big bugs around here. There can be occasionally spiders wandering around, but there's typically not, especially when you're just starting out. So we're going to come over here, we're going to head on up here, and you're going to notice the thistle plant looks different than all the other plants. And one thing you're going to notice, it has these big leaves here that are pointy. If you've ever seen a thistle plant in real life, you know if you touch one of these things, it's going to scratch you pretty hard or puncture you. And it's going to have the needles on here, and then at the top you're going to see the purple flower. So all of them have these purple flowers on top. There are other purple flowers, but they look different. The thistle ones have these pointy flower petals up at the top, so that's what you're going to be looking for when you're walking around the map. And all you're going to need to do is walk up to this thistle plant, and you're going to see there's a thistle needle on here, and you're just going to nab it. If you're on PC, it's E. I'm not sure what it is on controller, because it's been so long since I played it using a controller. So that's all you got to do to find the thistle needles early on. And like I said, this is the easiest, the safest one you're going to find. It's probably the first one you're going to find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to real quick show you probably the best place. If you're looking to get a lot of thistles, there is one place that has a couple thistle plants scattered, or that are really close together. So I'm going to quickly skip ahead and get over there. All right, I've made my way over to the eastern side of the map, and I'm at this little pond area. And the reason I'm over here is if you're looking to get a ton of thistle needles in a short amount of time, this is going to be your best bet, because as you can see, there's 3 different thistle plants right here. Now this is going to be a little more, this can be a little more dangerous than the first one I showed you, just because it's near water, and the water like this, these gnats might bother you. They won't really do any damage to you, but there can be mosquitoes over here, and there can also be spiders, and you do have to cross through some dry grass over here, so there's a chance you can find some stink bugs or mites. But as you can see, there's a huge thistle plant here. There's one that's only 40 something centimeters away over here. It's up on this rock. And then the third one is going to be down here a little bit. So if you're looking to get a lot of thistle needles, I don't know how many each one give you. They probably give you like 30 or 40. Also, there can sometimes be a bombardier beetle down here, and as you can see, there's mites. So this one you're going to probably have to fight a little bit, but there shouldn't be any. You can avoid the bombardier beetle if you see it down there. So that's the 3 thistle plants there. So what I'm going to do real quick. Oh, and also one thing I didn't show. To get up the thistle plant, the devs have designed it pretty cool. So you can basically just jump around in a circle like this. Hopefully if I can parkour my way up there. The way the leaves are laid out allows you to get all the way up to the top safely without having to build or anything like that. So they're all pretty similar. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same, but you can get all the way up to the top and get all the needles. And as you can see, you can go all the way up to here. Now, if you do fall from here, you're probably going to take some fall damage. So I would recommend having the dandelion glider. So real quick, I'm going to show you all of the trail markers on the map. So this should allow you to see all of them, I think. All the ones that I found. I think I found about 12 of them. I'm over here in the eastern part of the map, where you can see the 3 that are together. There's also one over here by the hedge. There's going to be probably some spiders over there, maybe. So that one may or may not be safe. This one over here is by the pond. There are orb weavers all along the fence that's down here, but you can get to this pretty safely normally without having to fight too many bugs. This one over here is going to be a little more dangerous, because you're going to find some mosquitoes and also orb weavers. And also, depending on the time of day, there could be wolf spiders wandering around. Same goes for this one. They can wander around the oak tree. This one over here is definitely going to be a little more on the dangerous side, because you're going to find some orb weavers as well as bombardier beetles. This one over here is on another pond area, and there's going to be mosquitoes most likely over here. This one is actually in the haze. This, as I'm recording this area hasn't been finished yet, so you're gonna need I think you need the gas mask to get this one. If not, it's like right on the edge of it. There's also like a wolf spider spawn right over here, and you're gonna have to deal with infected weevils. So I mean, if you're geared up, you can definitely go over there, but it's not my first choice. This one down here and this one over here are gonna have a higher chance of having stronger bugs, insects near them. So you're gonna have either there's a wolf spider spawn somewhere around here because this is the rake. And there's also bombardier beetles up on this rock over here. Then, of course, the one in the middle was the first one I showed you. So the two that I normally go to are the one that was the first one I showed you, which is right near the baseball, which is right here. It's right in the center of the map. And then I usually go to this one as well because I have a house built over here on my survival world, and this is pretty convenient to it. And the worst case scenario is I have to deal with maybe one ore weaver, which if you're later in the game, that's not going to be really hard to deal with. But if you're looking to get the most, I would definitely recommend going over here. Just make sure you have some armor on, and just be mindful of the fact that there can be some mosquitoes down here, and there's also going to be a lot of lawn mites, which aren't really hard to deal with. But there can be a bombardier beetle down in the little gulch area between here. So you want to make sure you're geared up for that, because the bombardier beetle, when it shoots acid at you, can do quite a bit of damage. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you found the video helpful, make sure to smash the like button, as it really does help get my videos out to more people just like you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.